Good morning. At this time, we'd like to welcome everybody to the 2019 Tribal Council swearing-in ceremony. We'll begin here with the welcome song, followed by the flag song. For those that are willing and able, please rise for the welcome song. Oh, friends and relatives, if you can remain standing, I'd like to introduce Mr. Isaac Smith, a member of the Thunder Clan, also part of the Winnebago Tribe Community Gardens. If you could give him your kind attention, Mr. Isaac Smith, to say this morning's prayer. Aho.
First of all, I want to greet each and every one of you with a good thought, good feeling here this morning. And I want to say thank you to the council and the relatives that had a hand in getting everything preparations in place here for this, and then asking me to offer a word of prayer. So I asked that you could bear along with me here at this time. Aho, Mona Wakchungda, come to you at this time, Mona, say Pinigigi to you, Wani Ginupshana to you for everything that we have here in this creation. Mona Wakchungda, this morning we meet with all the people here, and I ask that you could bless each and every one of them, the things that they stand in need of, Mona. I ask that you could bless them, watch over them, comfort them. And Mona Wakchungda, this morning we come together looking at our leaders, elected leaders here. I ask that you could bless their minds, so that they could be able to work together, that they could be able to stand together. And Mona Wakchungda, I ask that you could bless their physical being, their health, that they could have good health like that, long life here on creation. And Mona Wakchungda, I ask that you could bless their families, the bloodlines and the clans that they represent, Mona. I ask that you could take care of them for us, Mona. And Mona Wakchungda, I ask that you could take care of all the decisions that they're going to be making, that they could make them on behalf of the youngest member to the oldest member of this tribe, wherever they are in the world today, Mona. I ask that if they could think about them like that, Mona. And Mona Wakchungda, I ask that you could take care of all the things that they hold near and dear to their hearts like that, Mona. Sometimes it's real hard for our relatives to stand in these seats, sit in these seats, and lead our people, Mona. Sometimes we have a problem with things that go on in our everyday life, Mona, and that affects our decisions, Mona. I ask that you could bring unity back in our community, Mona, that we could all be good to one another, we could love one another, be proud of each other, encourage one another instead of tearing each other down, Mona. I ask that you could bless that blessing on the relatives, the ones that stand in need, the ones that don't know how to pray to you, the ones that don't know nothing about you, Mona. I ask that you could send a special blessing to them, Mona. I ask that you could bless all of our veterans, wherever they are, past, present, and future, Mona. The ones that are over there in active duty right now, thinking about them, Mona. I ask that you could bless them, give them the things that they need, Mona. I ask that you could take care of all of the ones that are in nursing homes, the ones that are in hospitals, Mona. I ask that you could bless them. And Mona Wakchungda, I ask that you could bless all the relatives that are incarcerated behind locked doors and bars, Mona. Say these kind of things to you, Mona, on behalf of our people here, on behalf of our council, Mona. I ask that you can continue to bless us so that we may be able to utilize the creation here, Mona. I ask that blessing for all the two-legged, four-legged, winged ones, the ones that swim underwater, the ones that grow in their creation, Mona. Aho, heshikje.
Friends and relatives, at this time, we'll turn it over here to the Honorable Patrick Runge for the oath of office at this time.
Congratulations to each of the newly elected council members. Could I ask you each to rise and raise your right hand so I can administer your oath? I, please state your name,
I, Colby Brown,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend
I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution and bylaws
the Constitution and bylaws
of the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska
of the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska,
in the state of Nebraska,
the state of Nebraska,
and that I will endeavor to perform
and perform
faithfully and well
faithfully and well
all the duties
all the duties
of member of the Tribal Council
of member of the Tribal Council,
to which I have been elected,
which I have been elected,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations to each of you.
At this time, we'll go to the drum for a honor song for the newly elected tribal council members. So we appreciate Eugene Decora, O.C. Earth, Craig Cleveland Jr., Les Painter, Matt Cleveland, Silas, Landon. It's good to see the boys here. And at this time, honor song for the tribal council, Ahu. Thank you, drum group. Friends and relatives, for those that are joining us, we do have some coffee. We also want to send a thank you and appreciation to the Sweetwater Cafe for providing those complimentary pastries and coffee. At this time, we like to invite the judge up here for the election of officers.
Okay. Is there a nomination for chairman?
Nominate Corey Brown for chairman.
Okay. There's been a nomination of Mr. Brown for chairman. Is there a second?
Second.
I see a second. Are there any other nominations for the position of chairman?
I nominate John Snowball.
Okay. There's been a nomination for Mr. Snowball. Is there a second for Mr. Snowball? Okay. There's been a second for Mr. Snowball. Any other nominations for chairman?
I make a motion that nominations cease.
Is there a second for cease of nominations? Okay. There's been a motion and a second to cease nominations. In favor? Okay. So we have two candidates, Mr. Brown and Mr. Snowball. There are slips of paper for ballots in front of you. I'd ask that you each make your selection. I will collect those and tabulate the results. Okay, I have all the ballots. Coley Brown. Coley Brown. Coley Brown. Coley Brown. John Snowball. John Snowball. John Snowball. Coley Brown. Coley Brown. By a 6-3 vote, Mr. Brown, you have been elected as chairman. Congratulations. I will turn the meeting over to you.
First of all, I want to say thank you to you all for showing up today. Thank you, Isaac, for the prayer. Thanks for the songs on the drum. Thank you very much. I want to say a very special thank you to 3 combat veterans that supported me throughout this. I always say a prayer from a combat veteran is the most powerful there is. Wish good days for us all every day from here on. And we will work together very hard. Thank you. Now we will take nominations for Vice Chairman of the Winnebago Tribe in Nebraska.
I nominate John Snowball. Second.
Nomination for John Snowball and second. Is there any more nominations? No more nominations? Okay. There's no more nominations. John Snowball is the Vice Chairman of the Winnebago Tribe in Nebraska.
say.
I'd like to say that, this journey for me started with a hardship, and from that point, I've built. Made myself available to serve many, and throughout that time, there was teachers that were made available to me. Louis, Frank White, Curtis Saints here, and I see it as no coincidence that I made it here, and I will do my best with the love of my people in my mind.
Thank you, John. We will now take nominations for Secretary of the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska.
I nominate Thelma Chicky Whitewater.
Nominate.
Nomination cease.
Be the second.
Second.
No more nominations? Place your votes for Thelma Whitewater for Secretary of the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska, or Tori Kitchion for Secretary of the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska. Thelma Whitewater. Thelma Whitewater. Tori Kitchion. Victoria Kitchion. Victoria Kitchion. Thelma Whitewater. Thelma Whitewater. Thelma Whitewater. Thelma Whitewater. Thelma Whitewater is the Secretary of the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska.
I want to say thank you to everyone for your votes to getting us in. I appreciate it, and I will do my 100%, everything I could for my Winnebago Ho-Chungatta people to better us in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Thelma. We will now take nominations for the Treasurer of the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska.
Nominate Roland Warner.
Nominate Roland Warner.
Nominations for Tori Kitchion and Roland Warner for the Treasurer of Winnebago, Nebraska. Please vote. Roland Warner. Roland Warner. Roland Warner. Tori Kitchion. Tori Kitchion. Tori Kitchion. Roland Warner. Roland Warner. Roland Warner. 6-3. Roland Warner is the treasurer of the Winnebago tribe in Nebraska.
Friends and relatives, at this time we'll have tribal council remarks. We'll start over here with Dusty Armel, and then just make our way along that way. So Dusty, if you want to address the people, now's your time. I hope.
Let's see if it worked. Oh, Hanapi, Inukaragiwi, Rasha and Asia Gaidna. Let's say good morning. Welcome everybody here. My name is Eric Armel. I come from the Eagle clan. And so I'd like to first off by starting saying thank you to the Creator for giving us this day, bringing us here. Second thing I'd like to say is by the people's voice, it's common to see where we've come from, what we want, and where we're going to go. And I'll do my best to get us to where we need to be. You know, our past warriors, chiefs, and women have got us to this point where we're at today. And so it's time for us to play our part in moving us into the future. And so I look forward to serving our people in doing that. And one thing that woke me up coming over here this morning was seeing the life flight. First thing I seen coming into town. And that's one of the things that we need to start and is taking care of our people. So I'd like to say thank you to everybody who voted for myself, and not only for myself, but all the other people here at this table today. We know where we need to be and where we need to go. I'll say about that much. Thank you.
Again, I want to thank you all for coming today and supporting us. Congratulations, Thelma, Roland, John. I'm really at a loss for words, so I can just be very thankful right now and try and get all those prayers out to you guys and all of us. And I said we can all work together to be a better tribe, and we will do that. So thank you all very much.
Hello, friends and relatives. I'd like to take this time to congratulate the new electees to the council. Congratulations. You know, and as time goes on, and then, you know, I sat up here last year and talked about some of the things and how I wanted to get us to where I think we should be. I remember in my prayer saying that, you know, things were going to take some time. And through prayer and keeping my mouth shut and not saying anything, because a lot of times it was never good what I had to say. This past year, you know, I kind of took my 3-year term as kind of like a 3-round boxing match. Took the first year, you know, I had big ambitions and wanted to do things for us. So kind of you laid back and learned the ropes, and 9 times out of 10, it was never good. So this new year, coming into it, we have a deficit going into this. And for me, it's $1.6 million deficit. If we do it with council salaries, that deficit disappears. That may not happen, and I don't think it to happen. And under our leadership of our chairman and treasurer this past year, was very, very deceiving and heartbreaking for me to see it all unfold. But as Robert rules of order work, I'm only one person around that table. There was an incident where the tribe could not make payroll here. So they decided to borrow from the roads department $600,000+, and then turn around and borrow out of our ILCA funds $1 million+ to pay that debt back. And my question was at that time is, what are we going to do with the other $400,000? Their answer was simple: operations. I didn't have nothing good to say at that time because I was angered. Why not take that money and give it to my people if this is what we're going to do? And I thought about this long and hard, and this morning I prayed with my tobacco. And I shed a lot of fucking tears, man. And it wasn't because of me or how I felt. It's because I think we're still going to get left behind as the people. Back in June, we received a dividend check of $1.9 million after the Children's Clothing Fund was given to them from HCI. 1.8, 1.9, that's $250 to each Red River tribal member. Why bring it over here for operations when it's deceived no purpose for us? I feel really bad today. I do. But the Creator is doing things for a reason. And just like this year where I sat and did the things and kept my mouth shut, there was a good reason for it. And I see the things unfold, and they have. I love you, my people, from the bottom of my heart. I'm not in this for myself. They made a motion to give me at first to not take the salary, and then they made a motion to go ahead and give me a stipend per meeting that I attend. When I got that first check, for me, how my heart is and where I stand, I couldn't take that money. I felt so, I don't know. I have a conscience, I guess, and think of my people. And the only thing that made me feel better was to give it away. And some of these tribal members know who you are. That was the only way my thought if they're not going to get anything, then I'll just give them this. This year, I don't want nothing if I decide to stay here, because I have dreams for us myself. And if we're going to have a treasurer and do things like this to us, what's the use of sitting here when we have no money to get anything started? For me, there's probably something logical behind this. Through time, we'll probably see it. I love you, my people, but I'm sad to say I'm going to resign from this spot, because the way the Roberts Rules order work, and I've seen them be manipulated, and I've seen them being stacked to where a positive side will never win. And I feel that's going to be the same thing this year. And I don't want to waste my time in one whole year going through simple motions, sitting at that table and not getting nothing done positive for us. If this deficit, like I said, if this deficit was go away, it's a simple answer for me and to all of you. I'm sorry to say, but I love you all, and I don't want to waste my time. I love life, and it scares me, and I really do feel bad for us, but whatever comes from this, and I hope this table, whatever they decide, I'd like to come on this backside of things. How are you going to take care of me broke? Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate our new candidates, and thank you to all those that supported the candidates that did make it. I'm really happy to see John make it. He was one of my votes, so congratulations. But I can work with anybody, and I've had a lot of people reach out to me and say they're praying for me, they're thinking of me, but it's never about any individual, it's about the tribe. And so we're here to work for the people and with each other. And that might not always satisfy the people the way that vote goes, but no matter what, we all have to live with it, and we all have to move forward with those outcomes. And so I stand here today not completely satisfied with those outcomes, because I really think it's important that we have competent tribal council members and we have competent officers. And you can argue with one another, quarrel with one another here, but I guarantee you that the threats to our tribe are not on this reservation. They're outside these boundaries, and it's the laws and the policies that we have to navigate through as a council and as a tribe that are going to make us successful. Not pointing fingers at each other, not tearing each other down, running dishonest campaigns. That does not move us forward as a nation. And so I'm really looking forward to finding and building understanding amongst my new colleagues so that we can get to work and do something good together. But I really need to take a step back, because some of those things that were on Facebook, some of those things that were said, I think they'll quickly find that those were untrue themselves. But I'm a team worker, I'm a hard worker, and I'm committed to the people, and I'm committed to working together. So with that said, congratulations again.
I want to congratulate the winners. Now comes the hard part. Hard part. We have to figure out ways that we can work together to meet the goals and needs of the tribe. I just see this as another challenge. We put ourselves forward to do our best. We got a long ways to go. Some very serious problems facing the tribe. Meth is Smith has taken a savage toll on our families and homes. We have to fight it. It's not easy. But we can't let it destroy us. So I'm showing my commitment to work hard with the new members to the council to achieve the goals that we set out. Thank you.
I hope. As you get older in age and you rise before sunrise, your thoughts turn to the Creator. And then all that the blessings that He's bestowed upon us. And you think about your parents, your grandparents, grandmothers, grandfathers, all of those people in your lives that help you along, all of the tribal members that take a little time to think about you and pray for you and do whatever they can for you. All of those thoughts and prayers are greatly appreciated. And then I want to congratulate the newly elected council members, chairman, vice chairman, secretary, and treasurer. You know, we can get a lot accomplished. You know, there's a lot of priorities that we need to address. It's really affecting our tribe. And, but I know that, like you said, we sit down and bring this up and then set our priorities and go after these priorities that we can resolve in a good way. Again, our thanks to the elders that are still here to help us along. Their leadership and guidance is greatly appreciated. You know, they always add something to the table. But again, say thank you to the Ho-Chunk people for getting out there, for expressing your interest and your vote. And I say piggy to all of you, Ho-Chunk, like that way. Thinking about all of you, that your voice matters. It always has. And I just wanted to say about that many things. Oh, God bless you. God bless the children. Oh.
Good morning, relatives. When we were first born, our whole life was thought of, you know, our hardships, what harm may come to us, and even our own life's end. And at that time, we was felt sad for, because they knew that we couldn't be protected from any of it. But when that lifted, there was love, the love we have for our children. And so we raise them the best we can to prepare them. And that's the same love we all have for each other and people, because we know where we came from and we know where we're going. So we live without fear. That's what could never be understood about us, is how we live fiercely. So when I sit here today, I understand that there is no more easy choices for us left, just the hard ones. And we need to make them and come together and form the relationships with each one of us. You'll be surprised how far we get when we start getting along. So I come to this table ready to work with each one of these people and form the loving relationships. And I even think of our past council members. You know, I want good things for them. I wish that from the time they come to this table and when they step away, you know, things are better for them. Their happiness, you know, their lives, their families. That's what I want for each one of these people and each one of our past council. You know, it's a tough thing to take on all your people's hardships. And, you know, I want to say a thank you to Frank White and Kenny Mallory, and a thank you to Curtis St. Cyr's family for their time they spent here, and all the past tribal council members. So there's a lot of things that are going to happen, and we're going to start moving forward. And we need to deliver clear, direct information and reasoning to our people. And that will happen. Thank you.
Aho, Izakishana Hinikaragibano. I want to welcome all of you and say thank you. And, above all, I thank Maona for this life, allowing me to be a part of this creation. Once again, to breathe this air, walk on this earth, drink this water, eat this food. To pay homage to a creator. Then say thank you to all membership for their confidence and their vote, what they did when they spoke with their votes. Appreciate your efforts to speak up, to stand up. It's not an easy thing to sit at this table, make decisions on behalf of the membership, because you're not always going to make everybody happy. But to try to find a common ground, to work together, to solve the issues that we're faced with every day. And it's with respect for one another. That these things are going to get done. Working together as a Ho-Chungra and Ishochochi people. So I really appreciate all of you for turning out today and encouraging us with your presence. I appreciate our Wankwoshoshes and then our drum group for your songs, and each and every one of you for your willingness to be here today, encouraged by your presence. Say God bless you. Thank you.
Haini P to my Ho-Chungra people. My name is Mashu Piwinga Niska. I'm the daughter of Stanford and Marie Whitewater. I'm Eagle Clan. I'm proud that you guys had made your choice in the candidates that are here, and I assure you that we are not incompetent. This morning, woke up, greet the sun, as my father had taught me. I grabbed the Wangshik Dani. I went out. I put that out, offered for prayers for us, for our tribe, that we can flourish and make a better life for our whole tribe. I love each and every one of you. And we got this far because of our ancestors. I come from a long line of good people, my chokas, my kakas. I carry them with me every day of my life. I'm thankful for being here because of them. My parents taught me a lot of good teachings, traditional ways. So I want to thank my ancestors and Mauna, above all, for this day. It's a good day. We're going to move forward from here on out. And as we all was here, you witnessed it. We took an oath to uphold the Constitution, and that's what we're going to do. And the other thing I want to mention is transparency. They always talk about it, but I would like to see a monthly report from every council member that's sitting here to be put out in a newspaper to show what we are doing and what we're accomplishing and what we're going to accomplish. We got to set our goals and put it out. And my door is always open. If you guys want something, come in, talk to me. I will do my best to help you. So, I am here for you. I'm not here to shine on a pedestal. My people are the ones who are forgotten about. Nobody looks at them. Nobody tends to them. They need help. I'm here to help them. So once again, I thank you very much. Pinigiki.
Thank you, Council. At this time, we'd like to invite the veterans, and we want to say thank you to the veterans for taking care of our staff, our Winnebago tribal flag, and the American flag. And we're going to retire the colors and conclude this oath of office ceremony this morning. Probably 5 minutes after everybody gets done shaking hands, Council, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a group photo, and then we'll do individual photos. So with that, we'll turn it over to the drum group to retire our Eagle staff, American flag, and Winnebago tribal flag. Once again, we thank you for coming and witnessing this ceremony on behalf of the Winnebago tribe of Nebraska. Ahu.